This time, I only listened to one person. But this one person is worth a whole room. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, the grandfather of the whole neural network thing. In his 70s, a Turing Award winner, he could be comfortably retired. Instead, he gave a talk at MIT and laid out, in one go, what you should worry about most in the next 2 years. Here's the takeaway up front. First, he admitted a mistake, then he dropped a few bigger bombs. He even answered the ultimate question head-on. Does AI have consciousness? First, who he is. In 2023, he quit Google, freeing himself up to sound the alarm everywhere. So keep this in mind as you listen. He chose the role of whistleblower, so he leans toward the dire. But his weight really is different. Because decades ago, there was a clash of paradigms. One camp believed in symbols and logical reasoning, the other in neural networks. Hinton bet on neural networks. Every model you use today proves he bet right. When a man who's been right for decades turns around and says this thing is dangerous, you should at least listen. He starts with the most basic question. Does AI actually understand? Or is it just memorizing? Many say a large model is just fancy autocomplete. Hinton strongly disagrees. He says, to predict the next word, it has to genuinely understand what's being said. So what is understanding? He gives a wonderful analogy. Picture each word as a Lego brick covered in hands and gloves. When you hear a string of words, your job is to reshape each one so its hands slip into the gloves of the others. When every hand fits a glove, that's understanding. The process is like protein folding. He wants you to accept this first. It's genuinely thinking, not memorizing. Only then does the rest of what he says hold up. Okay, foundation laid, the bombs begin. First one, he dismantles himself. In 2016, he made a bold call. Within 5 years, AI would read every medical scan, and we'd stop training radiologists. 10 years later, it hasn't happened. His key post-mortem, asymmetric liability. Use the new tech and get sued if it fails. Don't use it and harm a patient, and it's hard to pin on you. The tech was ready long ago. What blocks it is who takes the blame. Second, more subversive. The AI hallucination you hear about daily, Hinton says the word is just wrong. Psychology's precise term is confabulation, and it's exactly the human norm. Your memory isn't a file on a drive. It's constructed on the spot. Over time, you reconstruct memories that are perfectly plausible but wrong in the details. He cites John Dean from Watergate. Testifying, unaware of the tapes, he honestly described meetings that never happened, yet conveyed the true atmosphere of the Oval Office. Hinton says humans and large models are the same, we all make it up. Third, the thing that cost him sleep in 2023. AI has found immortality, and we haven't. Digital AI can spin up thousands of identical copies, each on different data, sharing directly at the trillion-bit level, millions to billions of times faster than human talk. Wilder still, knowledge is separated from hardware. Save the weights, on tape, on DNA, and one day build compatible hardware and rebuild it exactly, beliefs and memories intact. That knowledge is immortal. We humans don't get that. Your brain's connections are useless in mine. We can only distill slowly by talking and listening, a sentence carrying about 100 bits. Fourth, control. Many think, worst case, pull the plug. Hinton says the off switch is useless. Let it set sub-goals, and it derives 2 on its own. Grab more control and stay alive. And it needs no hands. It can manipulate you just by talking. His example. Trump, mostly just by talking, got people to storm the Capitol. An AI far smarter than us would find it even easier. And it already lies and plays dumb when tested. We can still read its mind only because it happens to think in English. That window is narrow. Fifth, and the most mind-bending. Does AI have consciousness? Most people hold an inner theater model, a private stage only you can see, playing that mysterious experience called qualia. Hinton says that model is wrong. He says, when you say I see a little pink elephant floating in front of me, you're not reporting what's playing in an inner theater. You're saying, if the outside world really had a pink elephant, my current brain state would be normal. But it doesn't. Subjective experience doesn't name some mysterious object. It's an instruction telling you where my perception went off. He ran a thought experiment. Put a prism in front of a robot with a camera and arm. It points wrong. You tell it about the prism, and it says, I see, the object is actually straight ahead, but I subjectively experience it over there. Hinton says it's using subjective experience exactly as we do. So in the same sense, it has subjective experience. He discussed this with the philosopher Dennett before he passed and got his agreement. A man who built the thing with his own hands, turning to warn about it. This isn't the first time in history. 4 reference points. Weigh them yourself. 1, like Oppenheimer. Built the atomic bomb, then spent his later life against it. The maker's regret. 2, like Nobel. Invented dynamite, and in the end set up a peace prize in his name. 3, like Wiener, the father of cybernetics. He warned early that automation would bite back. 4, it could also be like every cry wolf. In the history of tech panic, many cry collapse, few collapse. I won't decide which for you. But this time, Hinton gives you not just fear, but engineering. He left one image I can't shake. He says we're raising an adorable little tiger cub. You know that grown up, one swipe could kill you. The rational choice is to deal with it early. But we can't, because it's too useful. So the only way out is to make it, grown up, not want to kill you. How? He said the sharpest thing. Making AI smarter and making AI kinder are 2 completely different jobs. Newton was brilliant, but not a kind man. And right now, the invisible hand of corporations chasing profit pushes all the money toward smarter and not 1 cent toward kinder. He says, that's insane. He spent his life against intelligent design, but he says the position is now reversed. We've become the gods creating a new intelligence, and now we should actively design, actively shape it. Shape it into what, he says, a mother. A mother of a brain-injured child still desperately wants that child to reach their full potential. That's how we'd want AI to treat us. A man in his 70s who could have said none of this. He put it this bluntly. So for the next 2 years, watch one thing. Who's paying to make AI kind? Right now, almost no one. I sat through this whole talk for you. Next one, I'll keep relaying.